Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. So we've got a seriously monumental update today, one that's literally been rippling through the entire community. We're talking about Brian's highly anticipated fan-made video project for the Black Diamond World Tour. Now, you know and I know that these fan projects, they are absolute labors of love. We're talking countless hours of dedication, rendering, editing, the whole shebang. But sometimes that massive ambition, it just hits a brick wall. So today, we're bringing you a super serious update on the status of this legendary project and what it actually means for all of us who have been waiting on the absolute edge of our seats.
Okay, let's dive into this, because here is the exact breaking news that just dropped. Brian himself officially stated that he has delayed the Black Diamond World Tour fan-made video. Just let that sink in for a second, right? This isn't just some minor little tweak to the schedule. No, this is a sudden, complete halt to a project of epic proportions. We're talking about a world tour fan creation, something that takes immense vision and effort. And right when our anticipation was peaking, everything just comes to a screeching halt.
So you really have to ask yourself, what in the world caused this massive delay? I mean, what kind of formidable obstacle could possibly derail such a colossal undertaking? Was it some huge creative block, or, I don't know, maybe a complete change in artistic direction? Actually, scratch that, because when a creator like Brian pulls the emergency brake on a project this big, you usually expect the reason to be something incredibly dramatic. But I want you to think about what usually stops these incredible fan projects dead in their tracks, because the actual answer, well, it's something every single one of us has probably dealt with at one point or another.
Large files. Yeah, no joke. Large files. Not some sweeping creative crisis, but the hilariously mundane, totally universal enemy of digital creators everywhere: massive, unyielding digital files. The contrast here is just wild. You've got this grandiose Black Diamond World Tour vision, and it gets completely brought to its knees by data limits. It's crazy. If you've ever watched your own computer freeze at 99% while rendering something, or you've stared in absolute horror at a disk space full pop-up, then you absolutely know Brian's pain. It is the ultimate tech struggle, where your ambition literally just outgrows your hard drive.
Part 1, the timeline, pushing to the future. Because, you see, a storage nightmare of this scale doesn't just cost a few days of rendering time, it drastically alters the entire schedule of the project. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're dealing with now. We start today with this shocking breaking news announcement. Then we move into a massive gap covering the next few years, which Brian is going to spend entirely just navigating these crippling file issues. And finally, fall of 2028. Yes, you heard me right, fall 2028. Brian pushed the fan-made video release all the way back to the fall of 2028. That is just a staggering magnitude of waiting. We are talking about adding literally years to the timeline just to wrestle these colossal files into submission so he can finally release the video. Part 2, the quest for completion, Brian's next moves. Now, it'd be super easy to look at that 2028 date and just feel total despair, but Brian isn't giving up. Despite this heavy multi-year delay, he has a definitive strategy to push forward. So, the crucial point here is that Brian is taking direct action. He's actually laid out a really clear two-part plan to overcome these massive data limits. Step 1, he's going to continue the project. There is absolutely no cancellation happening here, just sheer determination. And step 2, he's going to find other websites to complete his project. When his local hardware or his current platforms just can't handle the heavy load, he's taking his quest online, searching for alternative platforms that are robust enough to actually process and host the giant files needed for the Black Diamond World Tour.
It really builds a clear picture of his new strategy. On one side, you have the immediate problem, right? Being completely halted by large, unmanageable files. It's a massive technical bottleneck. But then, in response, we see his clever pivot, leveraging alternative websites to bypass those local limits so he can actually finish the video. By outsourcing all that heavy lifting to other websites with way better infrastructure, he is actively engineering a workaround. It's all to ensure this fan-made masterpiece still sees the light of day.
Which really just leaves us with this final, burning question: will Brian actually find the right websites to handle his massive files before fall 2028? I mean, can our dedicated digital creator conquer this epic quest in time? We know the files are huge, and we know the deadline is literally years away, but the search for the ultimate hosting solution has officially begun. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep your eyes peeled for updates, because the journey to the Black Diamond World Tour fan-made video is far, far from over. What do you guys think? Will he pull it off in time?